Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Ward. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Ward to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
They'll run it with Jones. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Here's Darnold. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh. And
he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Chris Godwin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again on offense, here's Devontae Parker now. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. From the 27, Darnold. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. That's to the tight end, Davidson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Aaron Stokes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Open man is Davidson, the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And they will take a knee here. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Maybe use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, That could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Ward to throw on second down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Chris Godwin with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at about the 14. Well, he's loose again.
For this.
Touchdown, Detroit. Talk about flipping the script. That punt return, 86 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at time, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now Darnold. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing just outside his own goal line. Taken from just outside the 30. And he will Score! Touchdown, Lions! That punt returned 69 yards. And the Lions get another